Hi everyone. Today we are going to start with a new topic, that is erythroplakia. See, you will need to divide the topic like erythro means blood or red colored something, plakia that is because of the plaque induced. So in the erythroplakia, from the name it is clear, नाम से ही clear है that it will be a red patchy lesion, means there will be redness in this lesion. So come to the definition. Erythroplakia is a red patchy lesion or the plaque which cannot be clinically classified clinically or pathologically as any other lesion. Means erythroplakia is a type of lesion which cannot be classified like any other lesion. Like it is neither a tuberculosis, neither like a fungal infection, neither like any other erythematous lesion that can be classified clinically or pathologically. It cannot be classified like those lesions. So tuberculosis, fungal infection, erythematous lesion, squamous cell carcinoma, in all these lesions you will see there is red patchy lesion, but they cannot be termed as a erythroplakia because there are some difference in them. So they can be a differential diagnosis for it. The lesion is also called as erythroplasia of Currat, means it is the term Currat is a name of scientist. It was given in the year 1972 by he first observed on the glans penis. Sorry, 1911. Correct it. Precancerous lesion. What is precancerous lesion and what is precancerous condition? These two terms should be very much clear to you. This precancerous lesion is also called as premalignant lesion. According to WHO, the definition of premalignant lesion or precancerous lesion is that any morphologically altered tissue, any morphologically altered tissue in which there is increased risk of cancer than their normal apparent counterpart. Means कोई भी ऐसा ट्यूमर या ऐसा टिश्यू जिसमें मॉर्फोलॉजिकली ऑल्टरेशन हो गया है, देयर आर्किटेक्चर हैज चेंज्ड, देयर इज डिस्प्लेस्टिक फीचर, बट in it there is chance of the cancer is more. So this erythroplakia, there is also the more chance of cancer. Pre-malignant condition like OSMF, oral lichen planus, these are the conditions according to WHO. It is a generalized state of body in which there is increased risk of cancer. So now come to the etiology. Tobacco chewing either in a smoking form or the smokeless form like in the chewing form or the alcohol consumption. What it do? See the pathogenesis. Tobacco do the chronic irritation to the mucosa. Alcohol also do the chronic irritation. They causes the inflammation due to which cytokines, interleukins, they are released, and from that point there is ulceration also. And so the carcinogen are in direct contact with the normal tissue, and hence there is increased risk of cancer there of the erythroplakia lesion. I will tell you why it appears red in few seconds. So we come to the clinical feature. In the clinical feature, erythroplakia will be seen first most commonly as in the age, sex and site, that is 3rd to 7th decade of the life. Sex, no sex predilection, no race predilection, then come to the site. In the site, you will see in the oral cavity like buccal mucosa, floor of mouth, tongue, gingiva, alveolar plane, etc. You can see these lesions are more commonly affected. They can also affect the hard palate or the soft palate too. This lesion is initially asymptomatic. Patient जो होता है initially asymptomatic होता है, but when it is secondarily infected, it can cause burning sensation. It can also cause pain, and it is generally found out in routine oral examination. Now the clinical picture. In the clinical picture, you will find that this lesion, as per the name, it will appear red patchy lesion. Okay, so this lesion will be red patchy, highly dark lesion, and this red patchy, I have told you that I will tell you the reason behind it. ये जो red patchy होता है, it is just because of the decreased keratinization. Because of the decreased number of keratinization, so the blood vessels are superficial, and that appear red and red, and so it appear as a red patchy lesion. The lesion has irregular margin. Margin of the lesion is irregular, they are not well defined. Now the seer has classified this lesion as homogeneous, same as leukoplakia, as a homogeneous and non-homogeneous. In the homogeneous, you will see the uniform layer of the red patchy lesion. Okay, there will be well defined and irregular margins can be there. Then the erythroleukoplakia, it is a very common condition and very much aggressive condition in which there is a red patchy lesion on which there are some white lesion are mixed. So it is called erythroleukoplakia. Means erythro means red patchy lesion, leuko means white lesion, and then plakia means plaque induced lesions. A speckled nodular lesion, there will be focal white patchy lesion with a nodular erythematous lesion can be present there. So this is the condition. With the advancement of disease, this small lesion, a small velvety lesion or patchy lesion collapse with each other. This small lesion collapse with each other and form a large lesion red in color, and that will appear like this, and it is the group of lesion, it will become large due to the collapsing of a small lesion. Now come to the histopathology. In the histopathology, first epithelium you have to see on the biopsy slide, then connective tissue, then the basement membrane, or you can see secondarily as basement membrane and then connective tissue. Epithelium will be stratified squamous epithelium, same as in the oral mucosa, it is clear. There will be lack of keratinization as I have told you earlier. Then atrophy of epithelium. Initially there will be hyperplasia of epithelium, then it will be atrophy epithelium. Atrophy means decrease in number of the cell layers. Then hyperplastic epithelium also, as they may show microvascular blood vessels. Small blood vessels will be seen because of lack of keratinization, and that is why they will see as a small red appearance. Connective tissue, you will see there is chronic inflammation, and in the basement membrane you will find that the teardrop rete-ridges, this type of rete-ridges you can see, teardrop rete-ridges. And one thing you must remember, in the dysplastic feature you have seen that there is a teardrop rete-ridges, and that is the lesion also present here. So some dysplastic features are also available in the case of erythroplakia. One very important thing, and it can be asked from you in the Viva or even in the NEET PG examination, and the date has been announced, that is 19th December. So you will be asked that how you can differentiate a normal erythroplakia from a squamous cell carcinoma. You have to do nothing, just 1% toluidine. If you have, take a 1% toluidine and just with the help of swab and just rub it on the lesion. You will be able to differentiate. If it is erythroplakia, it will take the stain, and if it is not, it will not take. If then it will means that it is a squamous cell carcinoma. So this is a very differentiating character. 1% toluidine is the very much characteristic feature. Now come to the differential diagnosis. In the differential diagnosis, there will be ill-fitting denture, denture stomatitis, there will be tuberculosis, fungal infection, any bacterial infection, or you can say there is a squamous cell carcinoma of the lip, tongue, gingiva, etc. Now come to the treatment plan. See, in the treatment plan, we have 2 to 3 methods that we can use. First is the maintenance of the habit. Means, first try to convince the patient that you should quit this stage as per their lesion staging. Like if the lesion is in a stage 1, a stage 2, a stage 3 or a stage 4. So if the quitting the habit of tobacco and alcohol, with the time the lesion will heal itself. Then with the maintenance NSAID we will need to give the patient for the pain relief sometime, and then the last one is the surgical excision of the lesion. So this was all about the erythroplakia, how we have classified and what are their introduction feature, how it appeared, red velvety patchy lesion, how it appeared. So this is a short summary of the erythroplakia. Hope this video was helpful to you. For notes you can contact me on the Telegram or the Instagram or Facebook. The link of all the mode of social media how you can contact me is given in our description box. And please do like, share and subscribe to our channel Ocean of Dentistry, and you can also ping me on my WhatsApp for your notes, for your Viva question. Okay, Thank you. That's all. You can contact me anytime when you want. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. Once again, thank you.